Mary.
Thank you.
Hi there.
Hi, nice to meet you. Keolani.
Keolani, hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me today.
Glad you could make it on such short notice.
I'm glad to be here.
All right. So I see here that you have training in both commercial and theatrical acting. Do you have a preference on which one you would like us to represent you?
I've spent most of my early years doing a lot of theater. It's mainly high school theater. And really that's where my passion first started, because that's when I first got up on a stage and I was like just getting up on stage and putting yourself in a whole new spectrum of like, energy and character, and it's like, for me it was indescribable, and it's a feeling that I never like to lose, for too long. And I'm always down to do something theater-wise, but I would very much like to venture out into more commercial territory.
Is that what you've been, kind of honing in on recently?
Recently, I've been trying to hone in, more commercial gigs as well as jobs.
Perfect. All right.
That leads me into my question. I see that you list a lot of your school skills as you have good interpersonal skills and you radiate positivity. Would you be interested in being a spokesperson?
Funny enough, a lot of people have asked me that, if I want to be a spokesperson, and I've never really given it too much thought, but I mean, if I like a product so much, or if I believe in something enough, I will definitely speak up. And it's not about raising your voice, but it's just about letting people know that you have a right to be heard as well. And I mean, I feel like I could definitely probably pursue a spokesperson gig as well, or pursue that kind of career.
Okay, great.
Like, it's always been in the back of my head. It's just that I've never actively pursued as much as far as like with acting stuff.
Yeah, not necessarily a first choice, but something that you'd be willing to
I'd be
dabble in.
willing, yeah.
Great.
We have international gigs. Do you speak another language?
Sadly, I do not. I'm a very whitewashed Mexican.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you do have a very diverse look. You do.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's
you
the
play a
Bruno
lot of
Mars,
roles.
Lou Diamond Phillips.
I definitely do see that. That's
Yeah.
hilarious. I love that.
Yeah, if you left Lou Diamond Phillips in the wash too long, basically in the shrunk, this is how it would turn out. So,
Oh, that's great. I love that.
thank you.
So if we do represent you, what exactly do you hope we would do for you? What are you looking for us to help you with?
For me, honestly, it's just all about getting exposure. Like, I just really want to put myself out there more. And I usually, when it comes to acting, or the kind of roles I like to openly pursue, it's mainly comedic. I like to kind of like play it up and be more of the funny guy, or
Good to know.
the hilarious sidekick or whatnot. I could pull off dramatic stuff as well, but sometimes it could be kind of doing dramatic stuff all the time over and over. I feel like I kind of just be hitting people over the head like, oh, look how serious of an actor I am, like look how dramatic I can be. But I don't like to be taken too seriously, if that makes any sense. I like to have fun, be candid every once in a while, and sometimes just do something that completely just like throws people through a loop, like, oh my god, did that guy seriously do that when he's been doing all this other stuff? Like, it's like with that thing about versatility. Like, I very much admire versatility in actors. Like, I don't want to get just like kind of like sidelined as the one stereotypical like I don't want to be playing the same role for the rest of my life, like some mainstream actors today, like such as Seth Rogen or Adam Sandler. They play these dudes that are like kind of at low stages at the beginning of the movie in their life, and then they become either because through their humor or their stoner-esque qualities or slacker qualities, they find new opportunities and naturally project them onto better things in the movie. I would start out doing stuff like that too, except I'm a brown guy doing it, so that would be a lot cool.
Yeah.
That'd be very, very nice.
Yeah.
I think for just the overall community in Hollywood to see more diversity.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. We definitely need to see more actors that look like you in lead roles. I completely agree. So you would say you're pretty adaptable, regardless of where you're thrown on set. You can.
I try to be. I'm not looking to get thrown to the sharks, right out of the gate.
Absolutely,
But sometimes you just depending on the kind of day you're having or how everyone else is doing, it's like you have to take into account, you know, we're all human beings. Sometimes we have really shit days. Sometimes when we're trekking through it, and it's like, people often at times they like to be short with you because they got too much on their mind, or they're just too stressed out. And then sometimes because the way they act, you feel like they're just that person like all the time, but really they're just, you know, they're just going through a lot. I mean, my mother told me this when I was younger. I'm sure a lot of people have heard this from either your mothers or your fathers. Like, you know, you treat people the way you want to be treated back, essentially. Like, that's just standard for life. Like, you know, I'm a nice guy because I want to see nice things out of other people. I don't treat people like a dick because I don't want to be treated like a dick in return.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Great.
So, I see that you're working more than 20 hours a week. And
Yes.
would that interfere? And also, do you have good transportation?
I do have good transportation, I
Okay.
must say. My transportation is pretty reliable. I do, yeah, I get around. I'm able to get around.
Okay, good.
And as far as like with my work schedule, it fluctuates. The only time I ever really have it set in stone is like when I'm doing school and all that. Like in the summertime, it could be like, you know, all weekend long, or first Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of the week, or they give me one day off, then they work with me for 6 days straight, and then give me days randomly off after that. Like it just depends. But yeah, I always try to make an effort to do other things. I always try to work around my set work schedule. Because for me, it's all about balance. Like, I do appreciate work, and I like to get out there and like put myself to the test. But at times there are days where I'm just feeling like I'm kind of beat, or I just need to do something candid and fun. Like, I need to live. So I try to balance it all out. I try to make it all fluctuate.
So if we called you last minute and said, hey, we have an audition for you, it's in an hour and a half and it's in Los Angeles, would you be able to do that?
By the seat of my pants on the whim, I would do my best. I would somehow miraculously try to get myself up there within an hour and a half for sure. Because there's opportunities like that you don't let pass up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And our particular agency, our clients, we're able to garner them a lot of work, and through that it means multiple auditions, back to back to back, multiple a day.
Right.
And you do work 20 hours a week, and with that, do you think you would be able to carve out time and make all of those auditions, or what would you be able to do?
I'm working on trying to carve out more time. Like, I really am. I'm really trying to just kind of like. It's not that I don't appreciate my part-time job. At the same time, it's like I'm at that point where I need to do something better and new with my life. Like I need to start that new chapter. Because this chapter, I'm running out of ideas. Like.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So would you be reliable? You could show up on time. You can get there in a timely manner.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. You say you call it. You say where it is. I will be there.
Okay. Because not only are we representing you, you're representing us.
Right.
Yeah, and we're highly selective, and that's for a reason. We like to also have a good name for ourselves, and that also comes through you, through us choosing to represent you. So
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's definitely something that we would need from you. All right.
Well, I've enjoyed this interview. Thank you very much for coming
thank you
in.
very
Do
much.
you have a monologue for us? Or do you want a cold read for us?
You know what? I'll be perfectly honest. I did not actually prepare a monologue, but
Okay.
I am gonna do one that I have it's in my archives.
Okay.
I've done it multiple times, but I'll do it again anyways because I know it religiously. So
Okay.
yeah.
That's good.
Um,
It's good that you have them prepared on the fly. That's great.
Hi, my name is Keelan Castro Broman, and I will be reading for the role of John Winger from the hit movie Stripes, classic 80s Bill Murray comedy. Okay. Cut it out! Cut it out! The hell's the matter with you? Stupid! Alright, look guys, look. We're not Watusi, we're not Spartans. We're Americans with a capital A, huh? You know what that means? Do you? That means that our forefathers were kicked out of every decent country in the world. You know, alright? We are the wretched refuse. We're underdogs. We're mutts. Here's proof. His nose is cold. But there's no other animal that's more faithful, more loyal, and more lovable than the mutt. How many of you guys saw Old Yeller? None of you guys saw Old Yeller, alright? Come on, who cried at the end? Oh, you're telling me you shitheads never cry at the end of Old Yeller? Come on, come on. Put up those hands. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought. I cried my goddamn eyes out. Now look, we're all dog faces, alright? We're all very, very different people. But we have one thing in common. We were all stupid enough to enlist in the army. Right? We're mutants. There's something wrong with us. There's something very, very wrong with us. Something seriously fucking wrong with us. We're soldiers. But we're American soldiers. We've been kicking ass for 200 years. We're 10 and 1. Now look, we don't have to worry about whether or not we've practiced. We don't have to give two shits or whether or not the captain wants to have us hung by our dicks in the morning. All we gotta do is be the great American fighting soldier that's in every single one of us. Alright? Now look, do what I do and say what I say and make me proud. Fall in.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome.